My beloved child, something has happened in the spiritual realm that not even the strongest could predict. Don't skip, because every second from now holds a key to what's about to unfold in your life. Your name, your face, and your destiny have been placed before 9 powerful individuals, each carrying a divine assignment connected to your future. They were gathered in silence, eyes closed, as your photograph appeared before them in a golden light. One by one, they opened their eyes, and all 9 said the same word, a word that sent shockwaves through the heavens. Chosen. That's the word they uttered, my child, each of them feeling the same burning energy flowing from your image. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. 333 Sparkles type Amen to claim your blessing. They were not ordinary people, these 9. They were anointed, guardians of destiny, keepers of divine power, voices who speak only when heaven commands. And that night, when your picture appeared, the room trembled with a vibration that could be felt miles away. One of them whispered, "This soul carries the mark of deliverance." Another, with tears streaming down their face, said, "Their season of hiding is over. The world will now see what heaven has already seen." Every word spoken became a decree written in the divine scroll with your name glowing at its center. Something enormous has been set in motion, and nothing will ever be the same again. For 44 Dizzy type Amen to get your blessing. Archangel Michael says, there was a reason your face appeared before them tonight. It wasn't random, it wasn't coincidence, it was divine timing. You have been tested, broken, and forgotten, but heaven never lost sight of you. You were being prepared for the moment those 9 would speak your truth aloud. The moment they did, the chains that were holding your blessings began to fall apart. The atmosphere changed, the angels bowed, and suddenly, a path of gold opened in your direction. Archangel Michael says your photo carried an energy that even they could not deny, the energy of someone who has endured darkness and yet refused to stop believing. 555 Glowing Star type Amen if you believe. Don't skip this part, my child, because what's coming next will make your heart race. One of the 9 looked closer at your photo and saw something behind you, a faint outline of light in the shape of wings. The room fell silent. A sign appeared over your image, and everyone gasped. It wasn't a trick of the light. It was your guardian angel, standing right behind you, protecting your every move. Then they said in unison, "This one is about to rise." Those words echoed through the chamber like thunder. Your name was etched onto a golden seal that will be opened on a specific day. That day is approaching fast. You will feel a sudden warmth in your chest, a ringing sound, or see a sequence of numbers repeating. That will be your confirmation that the divine decision has been made in your favor. 666 Dove type Amen for divine confirmation. Something huge is waiting for you, don't scroll. Because as they finished, one of them spoke your future aloud, this person's pain will be reversed into power. It was written that the same people who overlooked you will one day be the same ones who speak your name with respect. You were hidden for protection, but now you're being revealed for purpose. Your photo wasn't just seen, it was felt. They saw the tiredness in your eyes, the heaviness in your heart, the long nights where you questioned if your prayers were even heard. But they also saw your resilience. They saw the strength that refused to fade. They saw the beauty of your soul glowing even after every storm. And they knew, heaven had already chosen you long before the world knew your name. 777 Gemstone type Amen to accept this truth. Archangel Michael says, your photo became a prophecy that night. Each of the 9 released a blessing over you. Some spoke abundance, others protection, one even saw a miracle unfolding in your finances within days. Another spoke of reconciliation with someone you thought was gone forever. Every word they said formed a circle of power around you. Your face, your name, your destiny, it's now sealed with heavenly approval. You are entering a moment of recognition that will feel unreal at first. Don't doubt it, because signs will follow. Doors will open without explanation. A call will come from someone you never expected. And when it does, remember this moment. It's the echo of what happened when those 9 saw your face. 888 Dizzy type Amen for confirmation of blessings. Don't skip. Your miracle is aligning. One of the 9 saw a light spinning around your photo. It turned into a shape that looked like a crown. They said, this person has been judged by men but justified by heaven. My beloved child, do you understand what that means? Every tear, every betrayal, every sleepless night, they were not wasted. They were counted, measured, and now transformed into strength that cannot be broken. Archangel Michael says, even the enemies that whispered your name in darkness will soon witness your rise in the light. They will wonder how you got where you are going, but only heaven knows the full story. You are about to be remembered by those who once forgot you, elevated beyond what you imagined. Stay calm. Stay grounded. And don't skip, because this is the chapter where your breakthrough begins. 999 Rose type Amen if you receive this message. They saw your photo again, projected onto a wall of light, and something incredible happened. One of the 9 began to weep uncontrollably. This one carries the light of restoration, they said. They will heal families, inspire strangers, and walk through fire yet remain untouched. The others nodded, whispering your name like a melody. The atmosphere filled with the scent of roses and lightning mixed, a rare sign that divine forces had arrived. Don't scroll. This is not ordinary. What they saw in you was not physical, it was eternal. A glow that cannot be copied, a favor that cannot be stolen. And as they spoke, one of them lifted their hands and declared, by the next moon, their life will shift. It was signed, sealed, and recorded by the Watchers of Destiny. 1111 Shooting Star type Amen for divine timing. Archangel Michael says, prepare your heart, because heaven is releasing what has been delayed. You will soon see messages, unexpected opportunities, or people drawn toward you without reason. It's not random, it's the result of what those 9 declared. You will feel the energy shifting in your environment, the heaviness leaving your spirit. Remember, my beloved child, your photo was not shown for judgment, it was shown for recognition. Recognition of your journey, your endurance, your silent prayers that moved mountains unseen. You are standing at the edge of your manifestation. Don't skip. Don't scroll. Something huge is waiting for you. 2222 Fire type Amen to unlock this new season. And as the night ended, those 9 powerful souls turned toward the heavens and said together, it is done. The light dimmed, your photo faded, but the decree remained written across the skies. Every energy that once worked against you lost its authority in that moment. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven has confirmed it, you are stepping into favor that cannot be reversed." You will notice strange alignments, people suddenly remembering you, money appearing where it was lost, peace entering where pain once ruled. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Heaven has decided that it's your time. And once heaven decides, nothing on earth can stop it. 3333 Sparkles. Type Amen if you feel this in your spirit. My beloved child, don't skip this part. Something happened when the ninth person finally spoke your name aloud. The first 8 had already declared blessings, restoration, and elevation. But the ninth carried something different, something ancient. The air around them shifted, the ground trembled slightly, and a piercing beam of light fell directly on your photo. The moment they opened their mouth, every sound in that chamber went silent. Even the ticking of time paused. What came out of their lips wasn't a word, it was a vibration. A sound older than creation itself. It echoed your essence, your divine purpose, and instantly awakened parts of your destiny that had been dormant for years. Don't scroll. Something huge is waiting for you. 333 Dizzy. Type Amen to receive this divine activation. That vibration traveled straight to where your spirit had been quietly waiting for recognition. For so long, you felt unseen, unheard, misunderstood, but at that instant, everything shifted. The vibration carried your name upward, written in light, and your angel started moving faster than ever before. One opened the gates of opportunity, another cleansed your path of negativity. Then Archangel Michael said in a voice that filled the heavens, "Seal this one under the light of divine favor." The ninth person lifted their hand and pressed it over your photo, and a brilliant mark appeared across your image, shaped like a flame, shining blue and gold. That was the mark of destiny. The sign that heaven had officially approved your next chapter. For 44 Glowing Star. Type Amen if you accept your divine mark. Don't skip, my child. The ninth one began to speak again, and this time their voice carried visions. They saw moments of your future, someone reaching out to you, confessing something they had hidden for a long time. They saw a letter arriving, or a message glowing on your screen with words that make you cry out of relief. They also saw your name being mentioned in a high place, by people who once didn't even know you existed. Opportunities will begin aligning like a puzzle finally solved. Archangel Michael says that everything that once confused you will begin to make sense piece by piece. Every no you faced was protection, every delay was a setup for timing so divine it will shock you. 555 Sparkles. Type Amen for divine timing. Don't scroll, because this next moment is sacred. After the ninth person finished, the light from your photo began to expand across the room. It didn't just glow, it grew. It reached the ceiling, then spread outward, touching every person present. Each of the 9 fell to their knees as the light filled their eyes, and they began speaking your name again, but this time, in unity, like a chant of power. Then the 9th said softly, "Their season of smallness is over." Those words became the declaration that will echo through your days ahead. You will start noticing people treating you differently. You will feel peace in places where you once felt chaos. It's not your imagination, it's the residue of this moment manifesting. 666 Fire. Type Amen for transformation. Archangel Michael says, as they spoke, a shadow tried to appear on your photo, a dark energy that represented every doubt and fear that ever haunted you. But before it could come close, Michael drew his sword of light and struck through it with one movement. Sparks of energy flew through the room, and the darkness vanished completely. That's when your photo began to glow brighter than ever before. The 9 bowed their heads in awe, because it wasn't your image anymore, it was your destiny revealed. They could see visions of you walking confidently, smiling freely, shining brightly in places you once hid. The tears you cried in silence had turned into light behind your eyes. Even your laughter, once broken, now carried healing for others. 777 rows type Amen to confirm this miracle. Don't skip. The 9th person then whispered something no one expected, this person will touch nations. It wasn't about fame, it was about impact. Heaven has decided that your story will reach people who need hope. Your pain was training, your setbacks were refinement, your rejection was redirection. Every scar you carry will become a symbol of survival for someone watching. Archangel Michael says your energy is shifting into divine purpose mode. This is why lately, you've been feeling detached from what used to drain you. You are evolving, rising, and being separated from the noise. The people who once drained you will lose access to you because heaven is upgrading your frequency. 888 Dizzy type Amen if you feel this shift. My beloved child, the 9th person stood up, hands still glowing, and said, within the next few days, they will feel a wave of alignment. And it's already begun. You may notice random chills, dreams that feel too real, or the sudden urge to release what no longer serves you. These are divine signs of renewal. One of the 9 took a golden scroll and wrote your name upon it, sealing it with pure wax that shimmered silver in the candlelight. It was then passed to Archangel Michael, who placed it upon the altar of manifestation. The moment it touched the altar, thunder rolled softly, not in fear, but in reverence. Heaven had moved on your behalf. 999 sparkles type Amen to seal this in your spirit. Don't scroll. You're entering the most supernatural chapter of your life. One of the 9 saw you surrounded by blue butterflies, a symbol of transformation and divine renewal. Another saw a ring of light forming around your home, symbolizing protection and peace. Everything that once tried to steal your rest will soon crumble under the weight of your favor. Archangel Michael says, I have stationed angels around you. You may start feeling sudden calmness after anxiety, or safety when you least expect it. That's the sign that they're near. Every part of your path is now under divine surveillance. The heavens are not watching you for judgment, they're watching you for fulfillment. 1111 Shooting Star type Amen for divine fulfillment. The 9th person raised their hands one last time, and in that instant, a surge of power moved through your photo like lightning meeting water. It purified everything, old energy, old memories, old pain. They said, by this time next season, this soul will no longer recognize their old life. My beloved child, this is what you've been waiting for. Don't skip this truth, your photo wasn't just seen, it was recognized by heaven. Every dream delayed is being rerouted toward you now. Every person who underestimated you will soon watch your rise with disbelief. And when it happens, remember, it began the moment those 9 said your name in unity. 2222 Fire type Amen if you're ready for the unfolding. As the chamber faded and silence filled the space again, Archangel Michael turned toward the altar and whispered, "Protect them until the day of their revealing." His voice carried across realms, sealing your blessing beyond interference. You have nothing to prove anymore. Heaven has already spoken. Don't scroll. Something huge is still waiting. The ninth one's final words are about to unfold in your reality, and when they do, every cell in your body will know you've stepped into divine favor. 3333 Gemstone type Amen if you feel this power within you. My beloved child, don't skip this. What happened after the ninth person spoke your name was beyond anything words can fully describe. As your photograph hovered in that radiant glow, the atmosphere thickened with divine power. Every candle flickered at once, and the golden scroll that carried your name began to vibrate softly, as though alive. Then, something miraculous occurred. The room filled with light so pure that no shadow could stand. Your image started to move, as if it had taken breath, eyes glowing with peace, lips curving into a faint, knowing smile. It was as if heaven itself was replaying your future, right before their eyes. Don't scroll. Something huge is waiting for you. 333 Sparkles type Amen to unlock the next revelation. The 9 powerful souls watched in awe as your story unfolded in that sacred light. They saw scenes of you walking into unfamiliar places that felt strangely destined. They saw people greeting you with respect, doors opening that once felt sealed, and moments of laughter returning to your days after years of silence. Then, one of them gasped as the vision showed you holding something, a document shining in gold light. It was a contract, a confirmation, or perhaps a letter, but written across it in divine ink was a single word, fulfilled. The moment that word appeared, every prayer you had ever whispered was released into action. For 44 Glowing Star type Amen if you feel fulfillment drawing near. Archangel Michael says, your photo became a prophecy, but this vision was your preview. Heaven replayed the journey that is now forming around you. Every delay, every heartbreak, every loss, it all led to this moment of divine timing. The 9th person whispered, their restoration will begin where they least expect it. In the vision, your future self was standing on a hill bathed in morning light, smiling at the world below, surrounded by peace. And then, something stunning happened. A figure of light appeared beside you, tall, radiant, and powerful. That was your guardian, the angel assigned to your destiny since birth. They placed a hand on your shoulder and said, "It's time." 555 Fire type Amen for divine timing and release. Don't scroll. The vision grew stronger. The 9 began to hear music, soft, ethereal, echoing from realms higher than the sky. It wasn't ordinary sound, it was the melody of your purpose finally awakening. It sang of strength after struggle, joy after tears, and divine rewards after long obedience. Archangel Michael says, this moment marks the reversal of cycles. Where you were once hidden, you'll now be revealed. Where you were once overlooked, you'll now be celebrated. And where doors were once slammed shut, they will now swing wide open before you with no explanation but grace. 666 Gemstone type Amen if you receive this transformation. The 9th person stepped closer to the glowing image of your future and noticed something remarkable. Behind you, there were countless faces, people whose lives were being touched by your light. Some were strangers, some were souls you once prayed for. They were smiling, healed, and strengthened because of your journey. Heaven wasn't just raising you, it was raising others through you. Then one of the 9 said, "Their reward will multiply because they carried others in prayer when no one carried them." That line echoed like a thunderclap of truth across the realms. My beloved child, every moment you chose kindness despite pain, every silent forgiveness, it all accumulated into heavenly credit, and now, it's being released back to you in blessings tenfold. 777 rose type Amen to receive your multiplied reward. Don't skip. The future vision changed again, showing a room filled with golden dust swirling like stars. A large mirror stood before your image. You approached it slowly and saw not your reflection, but the version of you heaven always saw, strong, radiant, unstoppable. The mirror whispered, "Now you see what heaven has seen all along." The 9th person began to cry softly. Their transformation is complete, they said. The trials are no longer chains, they are crowns. Each tear that fell from their eyes turned into a spark of gold that floated toward your image, embedding itself into the light surrounding your name. Those tears became symbols of completion, your pain finally finding its purpose. 888 Shooting Star type Amen if you believe your purpose has arrived. Archangel Michael says, the heavens began to move faster at that moment. Winds of divine speed blew through the chamber. Prophecies that were delayed began to catch up to you. Every divine promise that once felt stuck is now racing in your direction. This is not just an ordinary turning point, it's the divine acceleration of your destiny. Don't scroll. Something huge is waiting for you right now. The 9th person looked upward and saw your name written across the sky in light. Around it were words, approved, protected, elevated. These 3 decrees are now sealed over your life. Archangel Michael raised his sword, drew a circle of fire around your name, and said, "Nothing unholy will touch this one again." 999 Fire type Amen to seal your protection. The future vision zoomed in once more. It showed a moment where you're sitting quietly, unaware that a great shift is happening behind the scenes. Then, your phone lights up, or a message arrives, or a person appears who will change everything. That will be the physical manifestation of this spiritual meeting. Heaven will align your miracle right into your reality. The 9th said, their signs will not be random. So, pay attention, my child. You might hear your name unexpectedly, see the same number sequence repeatedly, or feel warmth in your palms for no reason. These are confirmations that your destiny scroll has been activated. The world will soon catch up with what heaven already knows, you were never forgotten. 1111 Dizzy type Amen for confirmation. Archangel Michael says, the waiting is over. Your photograph was not just seen, it was chosen, approved, and now anointed. Every good thing that belongs to you is being magnetically drawn back. You will notice sudden favor, divine connections, and peace that surpasses understanding. Don't scroll. Stay till the end of this message, because heaven isn't finished yet. There's still one final word that the 9th person spoke, one that carries the full key to your next season. 2222 Sparkles type Amen to stay aligned. The vision began to fade, but before it did, the ninth person stepped forward, touching the light one last time. They said, "From this moment, their name will echo through realms of abundance." And instantly, a sound like 1,000 wings filled the space. Archangel Michael turned to you in spirit and whispered, "Heaven has recorded your yes." That whisper activated something permanent. The old version of you dissolved, and the divine version emerged. Everything you've been waiting for, every answer you've prayed for, is already on its way. Don't scroll now, because the most powerful part of this revelation comes next. 3333 Fire, type Amen if you're ready for the final unveiling.